Hello Rebel and welcome back to my life. Today I want to talk to you about a very particular sort of pitfall that I see a lot of aspiring authors stumble into. Most of us know about indie or traditional publishing, right? Either you do all the work yourself or hire people to do the work you can't do yourself, or you hand all your rights over to a traditional publisher who does the grunt work of getting your book published and promoted. But there's a third type of publishing out there, and it's more prevalent than people realize, and it's something I'm always a little bit disappointed to see. There's a particular breed of publisher out there who seeks out aspiring authors and then tries to sell that author their publishing services. In other words, the author pays the publisher to have their book formatted and placed in sales distribution channels, as well as for some marketing. Sometimes they also pay for the book to be edited and have a cover design, but sometimes the author is expected to provide that as well. But then, when the book is published and made available for sale, the publisher also takes a percentage of the profit. Sometimes it's a 50-50 split with the author, sometimes the author gets even less. This sort of quote-unquote publishing deal happens all the time. I've seen it happen to people I know personally, and I've seen it happen countless more times to people online. This arrangement is rarely beneficial to the author. These types of publishers don't make money from selling books. They make money from the author who wants their book to be sold. Artists should not pay publishers for their services. The artist is already giving up the rights to their own intellectual property. Money is only ever supposed to flow one way, from the publisher to the author. With a bigger, more established publisher, this will usually take the form of an advance, money given to the author beforehand, which is then paid back out of the author's share of the royalties. Some smaller but earnest publishers can't afford to pay advances, but they will pay for the production costs of the book and then split the royalties with the author on the back end. That's the arrangement with legacy books at this time. I would love to be able to pay authors in advance, but it's just not possible right now, so the profit sharing happens after the book is published and selling. Now, having expressed my dislike for this, I guess it is up to the author what they want to do. If they want to pay a small vanity press to get their book published and sold, that's like their choice, right? But I've definitely seen it to be the case that most authors don't know what choices are available to them, and so this deal looks better than it really is. Self-publishing still has a bad name to many people, and a lot of authors think that it's inherently inferior to any sort of traditional publishing deal. They don't know or don't think that indies can produce work that is just as good or better than anything traditional publishers do. You can sometimes pay thousands of dollars to have a small vanity press publish your book, or you can take that same money, pay for the editing yourself, pay for an awesome cover, and publish your book while still having lots of money left over for marketing. And if you do it that way, you get 100% of the money. You're not also splitting the back end with a publisher whose business model is based off of the money they get from you, not from readers. I guess if you don't want to do the work, yes, you can pay someone, but it just seems to me like you give up so much for very little reward. I hope aspiring authors continue to become better educated about the options that are available to them, and I hope that Legacy Books plays a role, however small, in changing the indie publishing landscape so that vanity publishers stop taking advantage of authors who just want their work to be out there in the world and seen. That's it for today, Rebel. I would really appreciate it if you would share this video with any writers that you happen to know. The more authors who know the difference between a vanity publisher and a real publishing deal, the better for everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!